There are two sniper rifles in Resident Evil 4 and both are very powerful, but the difficulty of this challenge isn't the aiming or how much money they cost. No, it's about the ammo. So my arch nemesis isn't actually Sadler, it's the merchant. So stick around with me, Leon and Ashley, and two hidden friends later in the video. Okay, the rules. First, you can only use the rifle and the semi-auto rifle to hurt or kill enemies, but I can use the knife to only break boxes. And second, grenades aren't allowed. Third, all major and non-major glitches are allowed, but if I didn't need to use the Ditman glitch, I wouldn't use it. And if you don't know what the Ditman glitch is, I'll explain it later in the video. Okay, first things first, the first enemy does not count because you can't continue otherwise, so we have to kill him with something else. And I do save this creature that doesn't resemble a dog at all because he will be useful later in the video, and I made sure to pick up a lot of healing items because I would need them later, and I made sure to not get hit as well. And in the village I did pick up a shotgun ammo and grenades just to sell later because they are pretty expensive, as you can see here. Besides that, I just climbed up this tower and watched them throwing Molotov cocktails at me. And over here I just knocked down any treasures I could with my knife, and I made sure these guys blew themselves up. After that, me and Lewis got in a cheesy situation. And finally, you can buy the sniper rifle. I didn't need to buy it, but I bought it anyway. And oh yeah, did I ever mention John, the bravest egg there ever was? Do you guys know? Well, now you know. Got the pieces of the puzzle and ran out, and then I found this big fat juicy fish. I did want to eat him, but he begged me not to, and so I decided to save him from this disgusting smelling sewage and named him Bob. And then got slapped by the Menendez brother, Mendes, or the big cheese, and then found this picture that looked very familiar.
Hey, Vsauce, Mike here.
After the picture, I dodged and ran away from Dr. Salvador with John in my hand, then blew myself up twice and got to the church safely. Then I saw this woman and tried to scare her with John, but didn't work, and she tried to kill me.
What the hell is this?
Anyway, then I found these two people, and this dude proceeded to blow himself up. After the traumatizing situation, I googled this puzzle. Anyway, I dodged this guy. After successfully dodging, I ran off with John to these little cabinets, houses, I don't even know, and looted them, then sold everything that I didn't need to the merchant. And then, instead of punching the boulder, I ran away from it. Then in this sewage water place, a few people blew themselves up. Then as always, the salamander doesn't count. My hit ratio was 0%. Then killed some bats, and now with the El Gigante, the boss itself wasn't hard, but he was a bullet sponge. But after some testing, I found out that if you die a lot, he becomes a lot easier. So I killed myself a bunch of times, then killed him with some ammo to spare. Got Ashley and introduced John and Bob to her. Noticed that Ashley had makeup on. Dodged these guys, burned myself alive, then found out that the farm area is the scariest part of the game. Just listen to the music. And the atmosphere is very good as well. Anyway, sold everything that I didn't need and beat the cabin. Beating the cabin wasn't that easy, so let's break it down. Had John in hands, get it? Had John in hands instead of hands? It's not funny, let's move on.
Stop it.
Had John equipped and blocked the windows and picked up everything to later sell, and then just ran around and hoped not to get hit. But if I did, I would just tank it. Well, if I got hit too much, I would just restart. So it was pretty simple. And then got a run that I was okay with. Then me, John, Ashley, and Bob chose the giant. And the first time we tried to go through, Ashley got smashed. And the second time I wasn't as greedy.
Stop it.
I wasn't as greedy, and we went through safely, and now the Rusty left. So I shot down these creeps and went on the left. Then Ashley used me as a shield, and I used my knife to stab him. I used my knife to block the farm equipment, and now Kratos. The big cheese. Now, he wasn't too hard, but he was a bit tricky, so the red barrels are allowed to use, and besides that, there is not more to say. I took my time to not miss and use the red barrels, and that was really it. So after I killed him, I stole everything and sold it, and the truck part was the hardest part of the game. And that is the village, and now part 2, the castle. So the first thing I did was getting the sweet delicious semi-auto rifle, which cost 35,000 pesetas, and it was a lot of money, but I did have a lot of money, as you can see. Okay, now the cannonball part. So kill this guy, take everything and leave Ashley there and snipe this boulder thrower and crank some 360s, as you can see Leon doing. And when you fire the cannon, everyone will despawn, and in the sword room, just die. Anyway, you just have to dodge them, as you can see, and over here get the key and make Ashley open the door, and with the key, me, Ashley, Bob and John officially enter into the castle.
I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
And before I went to the garage, I gave Bob and John to Ashley and told them to stay here, and this may be the last time I ever see them again. And I went inside, and if you don't know what the Gyarados or who the Gyarados is, if the Daredevil had claws or if Wolverine was blind, anyway, what I did was I silently walked and shot him in the back. After I killed him, I went back to Ashley and snatched Bob and John, and we went to the so-called hardest room in Resident Evil 4, the War Room. So what I did was I joined them. Anyway, so I ran to them and then pulled the 180 and turned left, then dodged this guy and turned left again and then right and gave this guy a hug, then elbowed him in the face. And then activated the crank, then ran away and saved to safely get the bridge down. I made them go to the other side of the room and spam the square button as fast as I could and restarted the checkpoint so all enemies would despawn, and looted the place, and then sent Ashley to crank the crank, I guess, and just 360 no-scope everyone in the face that was close to Ashley and for the ones that were coming for me as well. And yeah, that was about it. Then Ashley freaked out and got hugged from the back, and I just ran through the Novista doors and tanked the hits, and if they got too much I would just restart. After I got out, I danced a bit and jumped and got this red dude stuck and killed him, and ran through this chest area and the garden maze. After that, Leon and Ada went into the Matrix.
And now you, the humble and
Anyway, in the trap area, I just used my knife to get out, and freeing Ashley is actually 2 parts. Part 1, shoot everyone in the face. Part 2, kill the red guy first and then shoot everyone in the face. Because if you don't kill the red guy first, more enemies will spawn. In Ashley's section, I just didn't use the lantern and that was it. And in this lava room where dragons live apparently, I just shot the guy that was operating a dragon. And in the night area, I just shot them in the head, then ran away from them, and that's basically it. For part 2 of the Novista doors, I ran to the lever and tried to shoot the chains, and if I got hit too much, I would just restart the end of part 2 of the Novista doors. Alrighty, now, the 3 pieces of wood, you just shoot them normally, and that was it. And for the double Gyarados, I shot them in the back and sneaked away like a ninja, and that was really it. You know, most of these bosses are pretty easy, and the best glitch in the Resident Evil series, the Ultimate glitch, which is possible on all platforms, and it's really easy to do. You aim with the striker shotgun, and before the laser sight appears, open the inventory and equip something else, and Leon runs or does everything else 1.5 times faster, so yeah, it's pretty broken. Anyway, for the Verdugo, I didn't use the Detonate glitch and just outran him normally. So the mines, I just did the boulder skip, which is a speedrun glitch to save time, but here I did it to save ammo. Okay, then now the double whammy, aka the double juicers, or normally the double gigante fight. They were again bullet sponges, so I didn't have enough ammo to kill both of them, and still only one took most of my ammo, as you can see by the end. I only had 10 bullets left, so I had to restart the checkpoint. And by the way, I had 70 bullets, so one giant took 60 bullets, but anyway, I just skipped the double juicer boss fight with the Detonate glitch and straight to the Novista doors part 3. So what I did was I just ran and pressed the buttons and praying not to get hit. But if I did, I would just tank it, and if they got too much, I would just restart. That's Novista doors. They are done, and none of you probably know why I hate the Novista doors so much. Well, it's because they remind me of snakes in my toilet. Anyway, in the double chainsaw part, I just ran like Jack Sparrow, and in the room with the spiky roof and parasites, I shot the roof 4 times and that was it. And for the minecart, I just did the minecart glitch. Then I became the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Flash. Anyway, left. Okay, now the elevator. I failed 100 times, but every single time I would restart because I didn't want to reload. But then I got 3 bullets and I was already fed up, so I just reloaded and beat the elevator. And for Salazar, I upgraded both the snipers but still couldn't successfully beat his mate, so I reloaded my save and upgraded a little more and went back. So what I did was, when Salazar's left-hand man opened his mouth to eat me, I shot Salazar once and ran from one corner to the other and shot him again once. And this went on for like 5 minutes and then he died. So that was the boss fight. It wasn't really that hard, but it needed some patience, and yeah. And now the final part, part 3, the island.
See you later.
Women.
Anyways, with the laser part with the fat juicy black man, so I just ran to the lasers and tried to dodge the black man as best as I could, and honestly most of the island is just running around and dodging people, as you can see here. And that goes for 80% of the island, so yeah. Anyways, for the regular regenerators, I just ran past them besides a few times and found the infrared scope, which is used for one single enemy, and it is the Iron Maiden that is meaningless. So I shot the 3 parasites in the front, and for the other one, which is in the back, I shot him in the leg and then shot the parasite. And for the part with Ashley, we just ran, and if she got grabbed, I just ran to the disposal part and the cutscene would play. And for the wrecking ball part, I tried to not get hit, and when Ashley got grabbed by an enemy, I would shoot him in the leg and I used the wrecking ball. Next up is the tracker part. For me, the first half I just ran around the enemies, then restarted the checkpoint. And for the second half, shot most of them because of the parasite head dudes, but I didn't reload my weapon to save ammo. But then again, I still had 19 bullets left on the semi-auto rifle and had 0 ammo left on the regular rifle, so I had to upgrade it. Then Ashley got kidnapped again.
Come to me, Ashley.
Cool knife battle with Krauser and the laser part with John. Anyway, next up is the U3. I just used my knife for the lights I could reach, and for the ones I couldn't reach, I used my rifle. And now for the boss fight itself, I used both of the red barrels and the 2 gates to my advantage, and after that I ran around the rock and shot him. And now Krauser. So some of you may think that I failed the challenge here, but I don't think I did, and it's because of this QT. And I'm not sure how much damage it does, but it probably does a bit of damage, and if you don't press the buttons, it does a lot of damage. And I did do my best not being close to him, but it will happen a few times. But personally, I don't think this counts. But anyway, for these 2 parts, I just shot him in the face and tried to dodge him. And for the actual boss fight, so when he was covering his upper body, I shot him in the leg and shot him more, but did miss a few times. And for his attacks, I dodged, and same for this as well, by abusing the difficulty system in this game, or in the other words, dying a lot. I was able to successfully beat Krauser's move. And by the way, if you guys want to see proof for any of these bosses, just say it in the comments and I will provide it for you guys. Anyway, I made the big fat juicy black man again. Anyway, Mike's part, or I guess the helicopter part, I just ran through the place and tried not to get hit. And for the war room, I just killed the red bandana guy, and that was it. And then I met the elf of the game, Ashley. And then I fully upgraded both of the rifles and got the exclusives with an extra 104 bullets. So I basically obliterated Sadler's big fat juicy meat. But shooting the eyes was a little hard. Besides that, that was it. And I had 66 bullets left, and yeah. Then Leon, Ashley, Bob and John all lived happily ever after. Or did they? So can you beat Resident Evil 4 with only a sniper rifle? Hell yes you can, and I'll rate how hard the challenge was, so I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. And if you guys want to learn more about the Resident Evil series, click on any of these videos and have a good day or night. Peace.